And we have Bambu, which is a multi-asset ML product that allows stakeholders to integrate material ESG considerations into the investment decision process. Hello, Bambu.
Yeah.
Yay! We can see you, we can hear you, which is fabulous. Are you ready to go?
Absolutely. I'm audible?
Yes. Okay, so we can hear you. Bambu, your 5 minutes starts now. Over to you.
Thank you. So, hi, I'm Rohit, product manager from Bambu. We are a West Tech Singaporean company helping global banks to make savings and investing simple and sustainable. As we looked into the investment landscape, we realized that ESG has come a long way, but it's still in infancy. The data remains patchy, non-standardized, and varies from data service provider to the other, and it's prone to greenwashing. Because of these reasons, banks and managers are still stuck in the 1980s way of doing ESG, which is positive negative screening and thematic investing. But today, we cannot afford to continue this way due to two strong reasons. One, there is drastic surge in regulations all across the world, making holistic integration mandatory. On the other hand, financial institutions are rushing to become PRI signatories and are representing close to $80 trillion in AUM. As a signatory, they are obligated to demonstrate holistic ESG integration. But the industry lacks the tools. Reason being, industry is segmented into three parts. One, you have a lot of ESG data service providers who provide the ESG data. Second category belongs to ESG insight providers and reporting tool providers who provides ratings on investment products. Third category, ESG investment integrated insights, which the banks as PRI signatories are looking for. There is a huge vacuum in this space because this is where the problem of greenwashing, carbon assessment, and data lies. We at Bambu believe in solving the toughest of the toughest challenges. Hence, we have come up with Sustainability Insights, a product that helps financial institutions integrate material ESG considerations into the investment decision-making process using explainable AI. Now, we will show you the live product that we developed to show how banks use it to conduct holistic integration. Here, what you see here, this is Sustainability Insights. Banks have two ways to use. One, they can do a mandate check to see what are the products that are reaching their sustainability mandate. Second, if they have a product in mind, they can type with help of search. Let's go with T-Row Mutual Fund and give it 2 seconds. Let's pick the International Discovery Fund. Here, this is a fund that invests in small and mid-cap companies in the foreign geographies. Now, in the investment dimension, the platform analyzes how is the capital preservation of this mutual fund? Is the expense ratio cheap or cost here? Has it been generating consistent return over the 5 to 6 year period? How efficient is the tax? What about the total return contribution? And then comes up with a score on a scale of 100. On the other hand, the ESG dimension. Using a fluid materiality matrix, it analyzes more than 450 different data points to pick what are the best ESG material data points that captures the risk involved in this mutual fund. And then it combines investments and the ESG, fuses them together to conduct the holistic integrated insights which banks are looking for as PRI signatories. This is further driven by different engines like ESG momentum to capture the ESG quality over the years, whether it has been improving or deteriorating. A data variance model to solve the industry challenge of non-standardization of data and penalize when there is variance among the data service providers. Carbon emission model to capture scope 1, 2, and 3 emissions to look what is the contribution of this particular product towards the carbon footprints of the planet. Greenwashing. It's such a menace to the society. This model detects whether the fund managers and the underlying companies are indeed doing what they claim to be doing. And lastly, a semantic NLP breach model to see what are the direct and indirect exposures that this mutual fund is having in the space. And we could also see based on the country and sector classification to see for NLP potential breaches. Now, the world is kind of running out of time. And to attain the 2 degrees Celsius target, there is a long way. And also for the 2030 SDG goals, we only have 10 years. And we are emitting close to 2.7 million pounds of CO2 every second as we speak. The world is on a catastrophic path, and there are regulations surging all around. So let's work together and help the banks transition to the low carbon economy with Sustainability Insights. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Bambu, for that excellent presentation, and thank you for bearing with us with the slight technical glitch as well. Bambu, we're going to go to a 5-minute Q&A. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go to the judges. Judges, do we have a question or questions for Bambu? Please, once again. raise your hands in the chat. I do believe Walter has a question. Walter, over to you.
Hi, Rohit. Great product. Two questions. Obviously, the first is the source of the data, where everything comes from. Interested to see how comprehensive that is. And the second thing is, you mentioned it was very much banks as your target use case. I wanted to see if you had thoughts about expanding that user base beyond banks to further asset managers or even individuals as they construct their own portfolios. Thanks.
Absolutely, great question. So firstly, with regards to data, we have partnership with top 3 leading data service providers. So that means we are eliminating the concern of data away from the banks. And also we are looking at alternative unstructured data. And thirdly, we are looking, if at all there is no data reported by a company, what is the reason behind? Is it that they don't have sustainability initiatives laid down, or are they on track? Do their peers do any sustainability reporting? If in which case they are expected to do. So we do a multi-dimensional analysis to come up and solve these kind of challenges. And secondly, to answer your second question, besides banks, there are every single financial institution, whether you're a private bank or RIA or a wealth advisor, everyone is supposed to conduct mandatory holistic ESG integration because all the parent banks are starting to become PRA signatories. So our user base is anyone and everyone in the field of investments and wealth who wants to transition to the low carbon economy.
Thank you very much for that. And our next question, we have Victor. Over to you, Victor.
Thank you. Hi, Rohit. Thank you for the great presentation. So two-piece question. First, you have some bold metrics in terms of model quality, comparison, development over time. I just wanted to understand what's your kind of confidence measure for those. And then the second thing, basically, how is this product meant to be consumed? Is this a decision support system, or is this something that people integrate in their product somehow via API? Just to understand a little bit better there.
Yeah. So sustainability is not a one-man scale. It requires sustainability strategists to understand TCFD and SASB regulations. So we have a sustainability strategist and an investment professional who understand the asset allocations and the intricacies of the field of financial markets. And thirdly, the technologists, machine learning engineers to solve the unstructured data problem. So this triangle, we 3 work in tandem to solve and improve the model quality. So when we're talking about explainability of a model, it is driven by these 3 teams who works in tandem. And we adopt an explainable AI architecture. That means banks can vet our algorithm using even Excel sheets. So they can see behind every single scoring, what is the justification behind that.
Thank you for that.
And the second question is our SaaS platform. That means anyone can come, quickly subscribe, choose the product universe they want, and can start to consume instantly.
Got it.
Thank you for that. On the clock, we have about slightly over 2 minutes left. And now we have a question from Hugh. Your question, please, Hugh.
Thanks, great presentation. Could you just give me sort of how unique, how you compare to some of your competitors and sort of how unique your proposition is?
Absolutely. So as I mentioned in the earlier part of the presentation, the landscape is split across three dimensions. You have a lot of like data service providers. You also have a lot of ESG reporting tools and ratings and insight providers. But when it comes to the third category, which is the integrated holistic requirement, which all the regulations are pressing on, there is a huge vacuum in this space. Because as I mentioned, it requires this 3 triangle. Only sustainability professionals cannot solve this. Only investment professionals cannot solve that. Because we are like this 3 triangle. And myself as a mentor at the United Nations SDGs SN network, and I've been a sustainability advocate. So because of these 3 triangles, we are the first person or the pioneers to actually solve the industry challenge with this 3 triangle.
Thank you for your answer. We've got slightly over 1 minute left. Judges, do we have any final very, very quick questions? We're just checking in with the judges. I do believe we do not have any more questions left. Thank you so much, Bambu. The judges are very satisfied with your answers. All the best.